Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. I want to make a quick video on this Mandela Effect movie that's going to be coming out in December. They just had a viewing in Austin, Texas, and there's an interview with the producer and writer and three of the actors in the movie. So I know a lot of people in the community are a little bit concerned with how we're going to be portrayed, as people that are extremely affected by this phenomenon. And I feel like if you watch this interview, you might feel a little less concerned or apprehensive or worried about being portrayed as, tinfoil hat wearing lunatic, like a lot of people, closed-minded people who aren't awake to anything, like to think of others. So anyway, I wanted to put a link down below to this interview. I think it'll make you feel better. They mentioned a couple times about going down rabbit holes. They talk about being interested in quantum physics and stuff. So it seems like at least the producer and the writer and the main character, it seems like they're definitely affected by the Mandela effect. So it's not something that they just thought was interesting, but really don't believe in it and think it's all misremembering. I don't know, but I don't get that impression from them I feel like they're being affected, but they can only say so much being on national television. They're not just going to come. I understand where their position is. They don't want to be looked at a certain way, having a new movie coming out, but just watch it and put some comments down below what you think. Maybe if other people are interested, I'll put a link to the trailer down below as well. So finally we're getting this movie. We've known about this movie for years and it's finally coming out now. So we'll get to see it soon. So that's about it, everyone. I just wanted to mention the movie. I'm working on a video now. Hopefully that'll be out soon. And, thinking about 3 years down the road from being hit with the Mandela effect in a huge way, and it doesn't go away. So I don't really drop it on people because I feel a huge responsibility when I do, because some of them are going to go down rabbit holes like the maker of the movie's talking about. And so it really affects some people, especially if they have all the old memories. Now, some people just blow it off. They don't really care. They just say, oh, I misremembered those few things, and they just move along. But you can really wreak havoc in people's lives by dropping this on them. So, we have a huge responsibility of not just throwing all this stuff at people, because now we know of thousands of changes. So you could just drop, 50 things on people all of a sudden and their head could almost explode. It's incredible. When I first learned about it, my son asked me a few questions in March of 2016, about 6 or 7 questions. I got them all wrong. I'm like, what are you doing to me? What is this? And I looked into it. And then I had noticed something, Jiffy in like 2013 or 14. I saw Jif in the grocery store, and I'm like, oh, wow, look, they changed the label. And then I just went on with life. And same with Lucky's supermarkets. I saw Lucky 10 years ago. The stores went away, and then they came back as Lucky. And I'm like, oh, wow, look, Lucky's is back. But they dropped the apostrophe S. They rebranded. No, it never had an apostrophe S. So I noticed these things before the Mandela effect. But, then I started researching, and me and a group of guys, Sean Indigo and Life Matrix, Scared Performance. We were making videos, every day, and we were all learning from each other, and it just went on from there. So, yeah, really incredible times, everybody. It's just, I need to go back and look at the information. I was doing lots of research on a shift in consciousness that was coming, and I still think that's part of this. I know that a lot of people say, well, it's CERN and it's quantum computers, and some people believe, the religious folks, I'm sure they envision, not to put down the religious folks, I'm partially, I believe in God and stuff. I'm not an atheist, but some people are just over the top with their religion, and so some of them, I think, envision little demons sitting at quantum computers, like changed everything. I don't know, maybe that's going on. There could be some type of entity sitting at quantum computers. Maybe they don't need a quantum computer. I don't know. So time travel to me is the biggest joke. This is not time travel. because now I don't know, time travel could be possible. It could be going on. I'm just saying it's a total joke that time travel is causing this to me because continents have shifted. You know, South America's over here now and Australia's up here now, and time travel doesn't change continents around. So it's like a shift in realities to me. We're shifting, you know, the multiverse starting to make more and more sense. It's hard to wrap our heads around the multiverse just because we only experience one reality at a time. But, you know, I take that back. Some of us seem to be experiencing more than one reality at a time. So anyway, it's just an incredibly interesting thing that it's hard to find people to talk to. Now I'm thinking of maybe reaching out here in the Phoenix area with people to get together, just to have people, like-minded people. I can't find like-minded people. You know, my wife was saying, well, you know, she's got this new group of friends because she's Peruvian. So we get to Phoenix. She says, oh, Peruvian women in Phoenix. And she jumps into a group of like 14 women. So I've met a couple of the husbands. They were cool. And so, you know, I could meet people. I haven't brought up the Mandela effect to anybody. I mean, I'm kind of apprehensive to bring that up. So she's like, well, not everyone cares about the Mandela effect, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you can't make friends like that. And so I'm getting criticized for going through this incredible phenomenon that's been very difficult for me and a lot of you. She just doesn't understand. And lucky that we haven't had other issues because I have this channel. Because I've talked about it a lot. She usually just doesn't say anything. And even my mom, who's experienced the Mandela effect, and I talk to, she's like one of the only ones I can really talk to. When I would go over and visit, she's in California, I go visit, you know, I always bring it up. And my stepdad's got the old memories, but he just won't buy that anything strange is going on. He just, wow, we all misremembered that too. And that's just how, I don't know. He's never been open to it. I mean, he listened to me initially, but he just thinks that Jiffy is just Jif and Skippy being put together. No, I clearly remember Jiffy and Skippy. Those were the two peanut butters, the popular ones when I was a kid. But anyway, so my stepdad, he's not buying into anything happening. But my mom recently was, you know, kind of like making me feel bad for wanting to talk about the Mandela effect. And so I was apologizing. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I just... It's like the most incredible thing to happen in the human race, and I'm not supposed to talk about it. I mean, come on, people. It's just ridiculous. Oh, man, I've done so much research, like 3,000 hours plus. I don't even know. I've seen so many, who was it? Just yesterday. Recall Vector. He just came out with something. I was going to do something on it. Someone sent me this little trading card from Power Rangers, I think it is, where the character has a stoplight on his back that sticks up in the air, and it's got the green on top. Just how I remember. So I was going to do, another update video, because I've already done a video on the street lights turning over and red now being on top. Now that was strange for me because it all hit me after Life Matrix made a video saying that he remembered the lights being upside down. I saw the video and I said, it just, you know, I didn't get that feeling. It didn't hit me like a lot of the other things do, where you just know, it looks foreign. But then I was driving late one night and I could see all the lights, like maybe 7 lights, you know, all the way down the boulevard or whatever. And it just, something came over me and hit me, and they all looked upside down. So we're all shifting and we're all noticing things at different times. That's a huge part of this, that a lot of the newbies and people who don't understand what's going on, they say, well, that's not a Mandela effect, because I remember the way it was. That's not a Mandela effect. So you guys are all misremembering. That's bullshit. You don't know other people's memories. You can't say that all these other people are misremembering. You don't know. So we're all shifting at different times, and we're seeing things differently. I've done videos on the hearing stuff, you know, Yanny, Laurel stuff and all that. We're all hearing different things, and we're all seeing different things, and we're all waking up, but not everyone's waking up. Some people are embedded in the matrix. They're not ready to step out of it. So this movie looks interesting. They kind of, you know, it's got simulation theory in there and stuff. So I'm hoping it's a good movie. I'm looking forward to watching the movie. So I'll leave it there. I'll tie it up with the movie. There'll be 2 links down below. One will be the trailer, and one will be the recent interview with the producer, writer, and then the actors in the movie. So that's it, everyone. Go create the reality that you want, and I'll be back with you all soon.